everyone, and welcome to the 715. I'm your host, Riya Shankar. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you're wondering why the background is a bit different, why I don't have my ring light, and why I'm using my phone as a mic. And that is because I'm moving into my dorm room at university very soon, and I couldn't get the stuff, which is unfortunate, but that is not going to stop me from making the podcast. So, for today's episode, we have a very special guest. He has played in the under 20 India men's football team, and he was planning on playing with them at the Asia Cup. But unfortunately, he tore his ACL, and we're going to talk about his journey on recovery and how he faced his mental challenges and how he overcame them. So, without further ado, please welcome Mohammad Abdullah. Thank you, Abdullah, for being part of this podcast.
My pleasure.
So, for the listeners and for me as well, introduce yourself, tell us what we're going to talk about today. That's mainly your passion. Just give us, a small introduction.
Sure. So, my name is Mohammad Abdullah, and I'm 17 years of old. Almost completed high school, and I was born in India, but I was raised in Dubai. I've been living here for 14 or 15 years now, all my life. And yeah, I'm here with Ria today because we're gonna talk about my journey and my passion. That's football.
Yeah, that's great. So, you said that you graduated almost because your exams
Yeah,
got.
pretty much. You can say I graduated. Yeah, I graduated high school.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can say that because, well, your
Right.
CBSE exams got cancelled, right?
Yeah.
I can see the look on your face.
Nah, I have no reaction for that. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, definitely. So where are you going to university and what are you studying?
I applied to many universities, not on the basis of studies, but on the basis of my highlight tape and my CV. So this
Hmm.
was purely based on my soccer ability and of course my marks as well, because
Yeah.
you need academics because you're a student first and then an athlete.
Hmm.
So I ended up getting many offers from Division One, Division Two, but like after looking at all the criteria and all that stuff, I decided to go with the top D2 in the nation. That's Wilmington University,
Yeah.
and they have a really good soccer team, and they're as I said top 20 in the nation. So and they have a professional setup and stuff like that.
In the US, college football or soccer, as they call it,
Yeah.
it's
Feels
it's
weird to call it soccer, to be honest. Yeah,
I'm never calling it soccer, it's football.
yeah, it is football. Yeah.
Yeah, so it they have three divisions. It's Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, and there's something called the NAIA as well. That's a whole nother, governing body. So,
Right.
Abdullah, you got Division 1 offers. That's incredible. So, what made you choose a D2 school?
Last year I tore my ACL, so this is one of the worst injuries an athlete can have, and it rules you out for a whole year. So there's no football action for a whole year. So considering all that and my academics and literally everything, the location and stuff, mainly my ACL, I thought, instead of playing directly at a high level right after my injury, let's
Mhm.
take it slow, let's take it step by step. I can transfer to a D1 after 2 years, after a year. But
Mhm.
my whole thing is long term. I'm thinking long term. It's not short term. So in the long run, I think going step by step, slowly, slow and steady, is for the win. And that's why I chose a D2 instead of directly exposing myself to a D1, a top D1 school. And many of the top D2s are better than the bottom D1s for sure.
Oh,
So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
and and if I want to go to a D1, I must go to a top D1, and I don't think my body would be ready for that level
Mhm.
of intensity right after this injury, because it's a big injury. I had surgery last year, so that's why taking it slow and steady, and I chose a D2. I found a club here in Dubai and started training. Was working really hard in the gym, on the pitch. You could say overtraining, but I felt
Mm.
good. I was training 2 times a day, 3 times a day, and I was in the best shape of my life. until a day came, November 17, no, October 20 actually.
Hmm.
And I was in training, and I went for a 50-50 ball, and suddenly my knee sunk into the ground. Not my knee, my foot, my
Uh-huh.
heel. And I heard like three cracks in my knee. And
Oh.
that's the moment I just knew that something's gone wrong. And it was so painful. And the last thing I wanted was an ACL tear, because I have prior information about what these injuries are.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a player, you need to be ready. You need to be ready. Anything can happen. And yeah, it came out to be an ACL tear, and I'm 6 months in now. Just yesterday, it was my 6th month. And yeah, just I'm moving forward step by step. You need to be patient with this, and you can't trust this injury at all.
Yeah, how do you stay positive knowing that you have this gruesome
Uh,
injury, I would say?
to be really honest, there are highs and there are lows. There are more lows than there are highs, and it can be really easy to get demotivated in this journey, because after surgery, your leg is nothing. Like, you don't have any of the muscle you built, and you have to learn how to walk again. You have to learn how to stand again. And imagine comparing standing to directly playing. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
really long journey, and it can get demotivating at times. But you just need to look at the light at the end of the tunnel, to be honest. And this is what keeps you going. And you just need to know that there are better days coming. And if you work hard now, then later it's gonna be is gonna be great. So you just need to stay positive and look at the what the future holds for you. And alhamdulillah, for me, like, my whole university, everything, I've been selected, so that's an extra motivation for me to
Mm-hmm.
work hard and to get ready for the upcoming season, to prove everyone wrong. And everyone has their own drive they create, and that's the things that keep me motivated even in tough times.
I really love your mentality. So how do you manage to, you said that everyone has their own drive. So what drives you really?
I mean, my drive is to make my family proud, number one, for sure. And for me, family is the most important thing. So I'm working towards this thing, and I'm not gonna settle for less. So I'm aiming for the top.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my drive. I don't do it for anyone else. I just do it for my passion. I love the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, what's better than earning from what you love?
Definitely.
It's basically like you're not working. It's like you're doing what you love. You're enjoying it day in, day out, daily. You're training daily, and as a professional, you start getting paid. And for me, any day, that's better than a 9 to 5 job. So that's what keeps me going.
Yeah, no, I love that. So you mentioned that you were called to the national camp. So for those of you who don't know, so you were selected for the Indian national youth football team, right? Which category?
Right. So at the time, my selection was for the camp of under 19 Asia Cup 2023, which is 2 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like on the big stage, Asia Cup, where
Yeah, yeah.
all plays. But at the time, we were under 17 team.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the only one from UAE to be selected in the final team. Three of us got selected from UAE, but yeah, at the end, I made the cut. And one of the best things that happened to me in my life, it was a dream come true. Honestly, it was a dream come true.
Yeah, no, I can imagine how proud you must be of yourself and how happy you must be
For
feeling.
sure, for sure. I was so happy. One of the best moments in my life, for sure.
Yeah, so how was the camp? How was the competition in India?
Uh, the competition was really high, obviously, because imagine India is such a big country, and there's just a selected few who's playing for the national team, the
Mm-hmm.
highest level possible.
Hmm.
So of course there was competition, and the level was really high. You need to be really fit. You need to be good on the ball. You need to be physically, mentally, and it's mainly a mental game, because in India it's not like Dubai. In Dubai, everyone's really nice, everyone's really calm, and even if you make a mistake, the coaches will be chill about it. But in India, you can't mess up, and it's a really tough mentality, and it's everything's raw and real. It's like, if you're not good, then you're not good. No one's gonna sugarcoat you and say, hey, it's fine. It's all reality there. And these things make you mentally stronger. and it helps you. It helps you and your teammates push for the same spot because everyone is competing for the same spot in the team. So the level is really high, and one it's a good level, to be honest.
How do you not let that competition get to you mentally?
As I said, you never need to compare yourself with anyone else. The only time you need to compare yourself is when you're looking at players better than you. You should never like look at other people and feel proud about yourself, that or look down to someone. You should look at uh, better players than you, and by comparing, I mean, learn the better things from them. Don't make yourself feel low. Don't get discouraged. You should see, okay, what does he have that he's playing in that team that I don't. So these type of things, you need to learn, and you need to have a positive mentality, and you always need to keep your head down and keep working hard regardless, because getting in the national team means nothing at this age. uh, as I said, it matters in the long run what you do, and of course, it gives you temporary clout and stuff, but that means nothing. That means nothing. But yeah, these things make you a better person, and even on the pitch, if you learn from players better than you, and it makes you a better person. Yeah.
Yeah, so you were part of the team that or you are part of the team that is going to compete in the Asia Cup under 23.
Right, but yeah, Asia Cup under 23. But as I said in the earlier in the start of the podcast, that I'm choosing to get a degree instead for now, because I
Yeah.
can come to India anytime I need. But I think I really believe, and my family does, that getting a degree is important for your life, because you need a plan B for sure.
Yeah, so you're not gonna compete with them in the cup?
I can do that anytime. I wish I can. I'm in touch with the managers. I'm in touch with the coaches. So depending on the situation, it's
Yeah.
far away. And with my injury and everything, so everything's calm right now. Once I get back to full fitness, then we can think about it.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely one step at a time. So
Yeah.
what's the you keep mentioning you think about the long run. So at the end, what is your final goal?
I mean, there's nothing such as a final goal, because look at it this way: the person I dreamed of being at 14, I am at 16 or
Mm.
17, and now I'll just look higher. So it's like you reach a step, and then the human nature, they don't satisfy. They
Yeah.
don't get satisfied easily. So you always keep reaching for more, and the end goal would be obviously to play for the senior team, in Indian senior team, and be a top professional and one of the best players in the world.
If you stay till the end of the episode, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye. See ya.